Ricky O'Donnell from SBNation said that Patrick Williams' contract is the worst in the NBA. We're going to react to some of his comments and see if we agree. But y'all know y'all got to hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Bulls Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am Cognac Boy CDubb, holding it down on another daily episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. All right, hold it down, y'all. Hold it down. If you like what you're listening to, make sure you hit that like button, punch that subscribe button. And I'm going to get to y'all, get right to the comment. Y'all already know the goal. We trying to get to 10K. Next goal is 8,400. Y'all been showing a lot of support. Let's keep it moving. But I was doing my research on Chicago Bulls, kind of scrolling through the regular Chicago Bulls news and daily news of the day. And I come around an article from SBNation written by Ricky O'Donnell. Well, it was written by somebody else, and Ricky had some quotes on it. And he talked about Patrick Williams having the worst contract in the NBA. And I thought it was interesting. And I want to go through his comments and see, do he got a leg to stand on? Let's go through the first start of this. The Bulls paid Patrick Williams a 5-year, $90 million extension ahead of last season based on his perceived potential, not his production. As he returned from a foot injury, Williams turned into the worst season of his career. As soon as he got paid, and now suddenly he feels like an afterthought in Chicago's rebuild. Wow. Most of us, to just pivot a little bit, perceive Josh Giddey to be similar to what he gave us at the end of the season last year. But the Chicago Bulls, rightfully so, dealing with past transactions, especially this one from Patrick Williams, giving that man $90 million on an extension, which he got 4 years left. They're going to cross their T's and dot their I's, bro. They're going to do it. They're going to be mules in this transaction because of Patrick Williams and other other transactions they made recently. I do not blame the Chicago Bulls for it. I feel like they feel like they doing what they have to do. But I do think they going a little bit overboard. And he's exactly right about Patrick Williams, bro. We gave him the money perceiving that eventually he's going to be something. This past year, I think his worst year of his career, we've thrown that shit out the window. That shit is gone. It might be a lost cause. It's getting close there. If it ain't there for some Chicago Bulls fans, it's getting there. Let's continue. Williams showed defensive promise early in his career, but he wasn't as effective on that end last season as his athleticism waned. He's a career 39% shooter from three, but his shot is so slow he can't get it off with value. Montes Buzelis and Noah Essengay could give the Bulls some hope for the future, but Williams already feels like an anchor on the cap sheet going forward. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think it was his worst year last season. He had his lowest totals in a lot of statistical categories. 3-point shooting, like they just said on here. Defensive rating was his worst of his career. Turnovers. It was just at the worst time. When we pay you, you give us the worst year of your career, where you've been mid all the way to that contract. And a lot of people said that we shouldn't sign you. I was on the other side. I said we need to sign him. Patrick Williams. I regret it. Everything, everybody's not gonna be right every time. Just make a decision. You live with it. I was wrong about Patrick Williams to this point. Uh, it seems like you got fat on the money, Patrick Williams. And I would like to point out right about 2022-23 season, I think that season, it looked like he gained too much weight. And they are right when he kind of lost a little bit of athleticism. This guy has the worst dunking percentage in NBA history. I dare you to pull somebody else up that's worse than Patrick Williams. You will not find it. Don't even try. Patrick Williams is the worst dunker in NBA history. Ain't that crazy? For a 6'7" guy, we seen him in his rookie year. He was so athletic, springy, trying to prove himself in this league. It's a shame, bro. We really had some. We were calling him Baby Kawhi. The Paul, that's where it comes from. We thought that was the template. We thought he was going to be something similar to Kawhi Leonard. Boy, was we wrong. Let's continue. From the Bulls' perspective, not giving Williams a second contract would have been very questionable. While it mightn't have been able to read the writing on the wall, it wouldn't have been tough to justify moving on from a player that had selected with the 4th overall pick in 2020. For now, however, they have to hope things change. Bro, I think he's correct, Ricky O'Donnell. I think the Chicago Bulls are stuck with him. How long in this 5-year, $90 million extension that they're going to stay stuck with him? Who knows? But at least for this upcoming year, he's going to play. Do we have any expectation? I got some expectations. 9 points, 4 rebounds. Can we get that off the bench? That's a pretty good bench player. Can we get that off the bench? Hey, man, sometimes you just got to accept your mistakes and make the best of it. It's time to make the best of Patrick Williams. He can be a role player coming off the bench. Otherwise, trade him. That's all we got now. We made a mistake and extended Patrick Williams with the perceived notion that he'll eventually meet our expectations. That is obviously, by past recent history, that is not going to happen. So let us just deal with it. He can be a great role player coming off the bench. But here's the caveat. We need 9 and 4. This has been a video for Shy Boys Podcast. Make sure you hit that like button, punch that subscribe button. And we gonna see y'all on the next one, man. I agree with him, man. It is what it is. We stuck with him, y'all.
Cognac.